Hi, today we're going to do an experiment. This experiment is called Bands of Jupiter. When you look through a telescope and you look at Jupiter, you will see swirling bands of color. Even after many, many centuries, the bands of color stay the same. They don't ever mix. So today we're going to do an experiment that will help us to learn about that. So just so that you remember, this is Jupiter, or this is a picture of Jupiter. Okay, all those different colors that swirl around. Well, we're going to find out about some of those things. So here I have on my tray, red is corn syrup, yellow is liquid soap, water is blue, rubbing alcohol is green, and cooking oil is more clear. Now, would you agree that all of these things are liquids? Well, I hope you said yes, because that is true. They are all liquids. So we're going to find what happens when we mix them together. First, I'm going to take the corn syrup and pour it into the glass vase. All right, just so that you can see there, we have about an inch or so of corn syrup. Does it look like it's thick or thin? Can you tell? Well, if you think that it's thick, you are correct. Next, we're going to be adding the liquid soap. A nice, pretty yellow color. Let's take a look so far. Can you see two distinct colors? Good. Next, we're going to add some water. I'm going to use an eyedropper . Let's check to see. Can you see another level of liquid? I'm going to see if we can pour this in very carefully. Oh, you can see it there. Now we're going to try our rubbing alcohol. We're going to wait for a few minutes to see if we can get some separation there. It looks to me like the water and the rubbing alcohol may have mixed together. I'm not seeing a clear separation of colors here. All right, we have one left. That's our cooking oil. So here we go with our cooking oil. We'll wait for it to settle. So I'm going to bring it over here. Make sure that you can see it. All right. Now, time to answer some questions. Scientists are always asking questions. What do you observe about the layers in the glass? So this is the time that I want you to talk with your family and talk about what you see. How many layers can you count? Which layers are distinct and which layers are more common? Well, let me tell you, the planet Jupiter has many, many colored bands that run across its surface. The different fluids that make up Jupiter's atmosphere don't well mix together because they're different density. That means that some liquids are heavier than other liquids, just like the fluids that you used in this experiment. This is part of the reason that you see the striking bands of color on Jupiter's surface. Now, this would be okay to do an experiment at home if you have all of the supplies. For the materials, you're going to need corn syrup, liquid soap, water, rubbing alcohol, cooking oil, a tall glass, and I tried using a dropper just to see if it would work any better, but it really didn't, so you don't really need a dropper. I don't have a lab coat, but I am wearing my apron in case I have any spills. And you can make your own representation of Jupiter. So that is all for our experiment of bands of Jupiter for today. You did a great job. Thank you.